Yeah, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Dear audience all around the world, parents, educators, and students, welcome to this session. Uh, this forum is powered by Empire Education Malaysia, a prestigious educational-based organization which focuses on quality education for all, regardless race, country, and religion. Our idealistic and visionary founder, Ambassador Professor Esther Mala, focuses on upholding a quality education that develops individuals from all walks of life with a potential which ignites curiosity, enriches knowledge, and nurtures personal and professional growth. Our vision matches with the mission of Elegant Empire Education as it curates a diverse range of online summits, workshops, webinars, and training sessions led by experts and outstanding leaders from various fields. Elegant Empire Education creates an inclusive, supportive environment, and by harvesting the power of technology and innovation, and through this platform, we aim to collaboratively organize educational events that will enhance knowledge dissemination, skill development, and fostering a lifelong learning global community. Elegant Empire Education strictly follows the slogan quality education for all. And today, we are on this forum where we will be talking with the experts on the theme Education and Life Journey towards 2030. And today is International Education Day, and we have two great panelists with us. I would like to welcome both the panelists. Our first panelist is Dr. Revati Rao ma'am. She is Assistant Professor in the Sihangar Institute of Management at Pune. She has written a lot of research papers. She has to have many copyrights, patents, and also nearly 4 books. I welcome you, Revati ma'am. Our next panelist is Dr. Dennis C. Kamatog. He is an educator, leader, and researcher, and he has a lot of achievements and recognition. And he has done Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Management, Doctor in Business Administration, Master in Business Administration. And yes, he has a number of achievements, and it is going to be a great time interacting with our panelists today. As I already said, today we are celebrating the International Day of Education. So I'd like to ask some questions to our panelists. So my first question to is for Dr. Revati ma'am. Ma'am, I would like to know how can education help to achieve universal peace?
Welcome, Dr. Revati.
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome, Dr.
Good afternoon, good evening to all. Namaste. So, first of all, I would like to thank you, Elegant Empire Education, the organizer, Esther ma'am and Anjali Krishna. The question is about the education for peace, a lifestyle movement. So, education for peace calls a vastly different approach to teaching and learning as compared to what it is in practice today. So, teaching textbooks is one thing, and teaching values through the teaching of hidden curriculum and that carried out by the teacher is another thing. So teachers are expected to be creative, innovative, and enterprising in their teaching approach. So this can lessen even the burden of curriculum, and hence education for peace is curriculum within curriculum. So it is hidden curriculum. And I know Almighty God wants educational fruits and not religious nuts. So when we come across values-based persons, so education for peace is one such effort to the national education system. So education is like a tool, and that helps us to learn and become better at things. So it's not just about knowing the facts, but also about growing up with the right attitudes and values. So when people get educated, they become strong and they become capable in all aspects of life. So all education is for peace, as says by Maria monstrously. So, however, peace is more than a feeling of calm, an absence of violence, and a meeting of basic requirements. So, it is the presence of justice, it is the presence of love, it is the presence of equality and unity in all aspects of life. What is peace? Peace is dynamic. Peace is just a non violent solution of conflict. And as a personal level, peaceful behaviors like kindness, then consideration, respectness, justice, then the tolerance for others, beliefs, and behaviors. So, tending to this manifest goodwill and Gandhiji's writing, my experiment with the truth, and other writings also focus on the truth and the non-violence and peace as the way of life. So, peace education is holistic. So, it embraces the physical, the emotional, intellectual, and social growth of children within the framework and the deeply rooted in traditional human values. So, peace education is skill building. Yes, of course, peace is a value. But what are values? Values are stated by Albert Einstein that nothing, everything that can be counted, count, and not everything that counts can be counted. Means values are vehicles, models of our being and form behavior and which makes us supreme human. Okay, Anju ma'am. So a value is an idea, a concept about what someone thinks are important in our life. So values are socially acceptable norms to evaluate everything and that can be people are some object or idea. So values may be changed time to time and society to society. And we can also see from the Vedas and also from the Puranas and Upanishads, it is evident that India has a long history of promoting peace, tolerance, international understanding, and self discipline. The ancient Indians visualized globe as a Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Okay, so the whole world is a family, and peace was considered a way of life and directed towards the self attending to one's deeds of being. Of course, Swami Vivekananda's great mission was to preach into the humankind as its divinity and how to make it for peace in every moment of life. He said that ultimate aim of education is to establish internal peace and security by strengthening the spiritual foundation of different nations. Mahatma Gandhi also viewed on peace, emphasizes that positive concepts of peace, the power of non-violence, then the discovery of one's own and others' truths. So empathy, forgiveness, and community, and other proactive peace making. So the most fundamental principle and Gandhiji's philosophy of peace is ahimsa, or it is also called as the non-violence, which is the law of love, life, and creation as opposed to violence. Cause of hatred, death, destruction. And according to him, the universal human values of ahimsa ought to be cultivated not merely at a personal level, but at societal, at national and international levels for avoiding the personal, social, national, and international conflicts. APJ Abdul Kalam, the former president of India, he also linked the nation's prosperity with peace. So, referring to the Buddhist monk on peace, he says, "Is you want peace? You have to remove I and me. You remove ego. When you remove ego, you will remove hatred. And then you remove hatred, you have peace. So thus, if we are moved away from violence as a way of solving the disputes at home and abroad, we must work together to help young people to learn how to deal with the conflict creatively. So in India, the government has also takes some steps to make education accessible to everyone, including the marginalized and the disadvantaged group also. So through the Right to Education, that is called RTE Act, enacted in 2009. And we can also see that many institutions for peace education were established at international level, such as International Peace Research Institution, Stockholm, then Peace Research Institution, Oslo, and the Peace Research Institution also. So, getting an education is like holding a key to be powerful in the society. Yes, ma'am, it's a crucial part of how individual becomes strong and influential. Of course, education is also the main thing, and that helps people develop and improve as a human being. So, in today's world, also, where democracy is important and education plays a big role, and people in a democratic society use their education to find a balance between the rights and between the responsibilities. So
Amazing.
they learn from their
Doctor,
experiences.
very good. Very
Thank you, ma'am.
detailed explanation. Thank you so much. We will come back to you later. Dr. Anjum, next. Please
Yeah.
go ahead.
Thank you, ma'am. Yes,
you.
of course, like today when we are celebrating this International Education Day, it is actually a reminder that quality education is a right for all the children. And when we talk about education, yes, it ensures that every child and every person learns and grows and thrives in a more peaceful world. So thank you, Dr. Revati. And let's move on to the next question to our next panelist, Dr. Dennis. And Dr. Dennis, my question for you is, what are the few challenges, according to you, that we see in achieving, what a challenge in achieving universal education?
Yes, good evening. Good evening to our audience, especially to Dr. Kereshi and of course Professor Dr. Esther Maya for the invitation. So it's an honor to be invited in this forum in our today's topic, International Day of Education. Thank you, Dr. Anjum, for that question regarding the challenges of universal education. Well, actually, the concept of universal education is aligned with the global effort to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals, particularly Goal 4, which aims to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promoting lifelong learning opportunities for all by 2030. That's why it's very much aligned with our team, education and lifestyle journey towards 2030. And actually, organizations like the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, or the UNESCO, plays a crucial role in promoting universal education on a global scale. So, while progress has been made in increasing access to education worldwide, challenges such as, of course, poverty, gender inequality, conflict, and insufficient resources continue to pose obstacles to achieving truly universal education. But ongoing efforts are needed to address these challenges and work towards a goal of providing quality education for everyone. Since I'm in the Philippines, so in the context of the Philippines, with regards to the concept of universal education, that's aligned, very much aligned with the country's commitment, no, to providing accessible education. Not only accessible, but quality education for all its citizens, for all the Filipinos. And actually, the right to education is enshrined in our constitution, the Constitution of the Philippines, particularly the 1987 Constitution. This is also known as the Constitution of the Republic of the Philippines, which contains a provision that emphasizes the importance of education as one of the fundamental rights. So while progress has been made, there are still challenges and specific considerations that are relevant, no, to the Philippine setting. No? First that I can say is the geographical disparities. So, but I think this is not only in the Philippines, but in many parts of the world, no? Particularly in the rural and remote areas. Access to school, no, can be limited due to lack of infrastructure and transportation. So we are experiencing this actually in the Philippines. And as I've mentioned, infrastructure, so this is like the insufficient funding and resources that can result to poorly equipped schools. That's why when there's typhoon, so particularly typhoon signal number 3 or number 4, most of the schools, no, are being destroyed by typhoon. Also, we have this outdated materials and lack of essential tools for effective learning. Not to mention the health-related challenges like the pandemic. This is a global health crisis. This pandemics. This actually significantly disrupted the education system. Since we are all educators here, that's why I want to concentrate on the education as one of the challenges, no, in achieving this universal education. No, the quality of education. First, this is actually with regards to the teacher shortage, no, and the quality. In the Philippines, we are composed of 13 regions. No? So many regions face a shortage of qualified teacher. Additionally, so the quality, with regards to the quality of education can be compromised due to large class size. In the Philippines, particularly in the public school, one class is composed of 60 to 70 students per one teacher. So aside from that, the lack of teacher training
Still
and
in town
inadequate.
or in villages,
Yes.
one teacher to 60 students.
Yes,
In
yes,
rural
yes,
areas or in
doctor.
town? Yeah. Still, it's happening in
Yes,
cities?
yes, this is still happening.
Oh,
So,
very sad.
yes.
How about India,
Actually,
Dr. Revati? Dr. Revati, how about in India?
Yeah.
In cities like Chennai, Mumbai, and all that, is that one teacher to 60 students?
Even 20 in India.
20. Oh,
wow.
that's before in
Oh,
Malaysia we had 40. Now we had
oh,
reduced, I think, to 25 to 30. Depends on
yeah.
number of students in the school and all that. So you may continue. I'm shocked to hear that. That's why it's supposed to be forum,
Yes,
right? So I interrupt to ask questions.
yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. please
And
go ahead.
to continue, like the mango tree,
Uh-huh.
that serves as a classroom.
Oh,
That serves as a classroom.
oh, very primitive.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Okay,
It's
still,
happening in
yeah.
some part of the country. And then that's actually the challenges now with regards to education. Also the attrition, no? The attrition rate and the turnover, no? Especially in the remote areas.
Yeah.
So this is like an additional challenge, like because they are isolated, no? There's a limited access to professional development opportunities. Uh, and since they are in the remote areas, so you can expect a fewer support service. So this factor can actually contribute to the higher rates of teacher attrition and the turnover. And in the Philippines, compensation is also a problem. No? In some cases, teacher this is in the remote areas, no? Because in the city we have a different experience. So most of the challenges can be found in the rural areas. So they receive lower compensation. Like for example, you are in the other region. Of course, the salary is different if you are in Manila. So that's the problem. No? So this disparity in pay can discourage. No? Actually, this is a discouragement on the part of the teacher, no? From accepting staying in the position in these regions. So that's why they want to go to Manila, no? To find the opportunities for teaching.
Yeah, people tend to migrate, move to us.
Yes, yes.
All
The migration.
Yes.
Mm.
So it's
And,
imbalance, right? It's
Yes,
imbalance
yeah.
can see distribution of population,
Yeah.
occupation,
Yeah.
everything,
Mm.
So everything is.
Yes, Din.
Who do you think? Who do
Yeah.
you think should take action to resolve this? I was surprised when I heard, because I've been all the time living in town. Even we are not
Mhm.
very remote area, but in Sabah, Sarawak, in Malaysia, we have two parts. One is Malaysia here, Western is Malaysia. Okay, so the East Malaysia, Sabah and Sarawak is mostly it's a newly developed place, because those days we see a lot of forest, it's very famous for timber and all that. And I was shocked when I heard that students are going there by means of boat, boat in Malaysia. Can you believe it? Which is never ever happened in the west side of West Malaysia. So in East Malaysia, because there's many indigenous people living there, and they the government has tried to bring them out from the jungle, give them a better life, schools, they live in long houses and all that. But I was shocked when I see in my country, there is still in remote area people traveling. The students are traveling by boat, and dangerous, what they call it. They have bridge, that I cannot remember the word. It's that bridge. It's like hanging bridge. The children,
Hanging bridge, yes. Hanging bridge.
yeah, the students go by that. They're only clinging to that. See how risky it is. They're endangering their life. So, Dr. Revati, Dr. Dennis, who do you think should take action on this to improve the situation? Because without this proper infrastructure, facilities for the students, the education is definitely affected, right? When it's raining, they cannot come to school. When there's flood, they cannot come to school, And now, right after pandemic, we are still not back to the momentum, the original lifestyle, still, right? So who do you think can help?
Well, actually, Doctor, addressing these common challenges requires coordinated efforts at not only in the global, national, but in the community level as well. No? Like the governments, particularly the governments, non-governmental organizations, international agencies, and local communities must collaborate to develop and implement effective strategies for improving the access, no, particularly to quality educations for all.
Yeah, would you
So I
agree
think
if
it's
I say,
yeah.
would you agree if I say the sole responsibility is on the government? The government have to produce,
Mhm.
the plan, the money, take action, and even the NGO, they are willing to do, but if you don't fund them, if you don't give them an opportunity, they will not be able to do much. So the government have to take action seriously. In peace education, as we see crime rates are high, how are we going to promote everything, right? Dr. Anjum, you have any questions to ask our panelists? Yeah, please, Dr. Revati. Yeah.
She wants to say.
Yes, ma'am. In India, no, government has started programs like the district primary education program that's called as the DPEP, Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan,
Yeah.
SSA, Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, and midday meal also. So to make sure everyone gets a chance to learn. And these efforts show how serious we are about making education that is available to all. And it's not just about learning the facts, it's about giving everyone the chance to build a better future for themselves and their communities. So this is the efforts from the government, and I think education that also teaches us to think carefully and solve the problems. So it also encourages us to talk and to listen to each other, so which is really important for solving the problems peacefully. So when a lot of people in the community are well educated, they they know how to discuss the issues, how we can find the solutions and avoid the fightings. So it's like having a toolbox full
Mhm.
of skills to handle conflicts without using the violence. So first of all, we should be careful about that, and it starts from me and
Yes.
then
Thank you.
the
Yeah,
society.
that
Thank you
is,
so much.
yeah, that is, yeah.
It's
Yeah, thank you
amazing
so much.
session.
And
Thank
that,
you so much for the
yeah.
great input. Both of you gave a very detailed input, and I think our audience would have really gained much from your sharing. And we too heard your wonderful sharing. Thank you so much, and we love to have you again. Dr. Dennis, this is the second time, and Dr. Revati, this is the first time. We will invite you again for all our events. Thank you so much. Well, let me pass it to Dr. Anjum. Dr. Anjum.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for the analysis. It was really great listening to you. And because like we are talking about education and being listening to all these, views from educators, it is really a great opportunity. In fact, to the ones who will be listening or who will be seeing the video later. Because if we talk about education, yes, if any country in the world, if it wants to achieve gender equality and it has to break the cycle of poverty, it is possible only with inclusive, equitable, quality education and lifelong opportunities for all. And today is a day when, through which we can raise awareness about the importance of the role of education for peace and development. And that is what we are doing with this platform. And for this, I would really like to thank Professor Esther Mala for this wonderful opportunity where we are arranging a small, though it might be a very small session, but still we are trying to raise awareness of this. And I would also like to extend sincere gratitude to both of our panelists, Dr. Dennis from Philippines and Dr. Revati from India, who have given their precious time for us and helping us in this noble cause for ensuring quality education to all. So thank you one and all, and keep leaving us on this channel and keep
Yes.
cooperating us.
I have to thank all of you. Dr. Anjum, thank you. This is our first forum. She's hosting her own forum. So really well done. Wonderful day. And we remember this day together that we have create awareness for the global audience. And we are looking forward to more interesting topics. Yeah, weekly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
So much. Thank